So, so it sounds like, tell us a little bit about, let's go into that area because that's something I'm really not familiar with. I think I may be a little bit because when I go to my chiropractor, obviously they're dealing with the back and
Yes.
they're adjusting you and they're getting your spine all aligned so that the nerves flow right. Well, my chiropractor does some stuff where he touches and puts pressure on my head and different areas. Is that what cranial sacral
Yeah, well,
therapy is?
it's a little, let's see, the touch is a little less, less forceful or less pressure often than is used in some chiropractic techniques. And it's working with the craniosacral system. So if you don't mind, I'm going to grab a prop here for a second.
Perfect, perfect.
Okay. This is my friend Harry.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yes, because he has no hair.
I love it.
The craniosacral system is comprised of the cerebral spinal fluid, which kind of coats and protects our brain. And it goes all the way down kind of this hole here where your spinal cord comes out. And so that cerebral spinal fluid kind of protects that part of our nervous system. And it's a dynamic fluid, so it has an ebb and a flow, which we call the craniosacral rhythm. Now, you traditionally learn in med school that these bones where the different colors are, that these sutures all fuse once we reach a certain age in development. But there actually is a little bit of that you can palpate a little bit of movement at the sutures. And that movement is guided by that craniosacral rhythm. And when we've had past injuries, you've had, like, you maybe played soccer and you did a lot of little head balls, or fell off your bike and, maybe landed and put some pressure here. You might then create a level of stress and tension that then translates through the connective tissue layers surrounding the brain and protecting the brain, that meninges, or the dura, they call it. So, and that connective tissue from the dura then also connects to the connective tissue that surrounds our whole body. It's all one big sleeve. And so a tug and pull in one place, like on a shoulder, can also impact the opposite hip. And so being able to feel where and how people have adjusted to or compensated for traumas, physical and or emotional, which we can sometimes hold emotional trauma in the tissue. The craniosacral therapy is a gentle way to invite a release if the body's no longer needing to hold on to that pattern, and reminding the body how to go back into the place of balance and ease.
Could you hold that up to the facial area? Because you mentioned sutures, so all the different colors are different places that
where the bones meet. So each color represents a different bone. So we've got like the maxillary bone here. We have the sinuses back there. The mandible. A lot of people get tension in the jaw. This is a very sensitive area right here. Look at how many bones kind of are right here around the jaw area. So you can get people's jaws. This actually does. You can give him TMJ. Yeah, he might be grinding his teeth at night. I think some people in the audience can relate to that.
Absolutely.
But when things get really held and there's muscles surrounding this area, the tension pulls, and then there's connective tissue kind of around that muscle area. We can release the connective tissue pull, then that creates slack, and then this doesn't have to stay as restricted and tight. So it's a way to complement treatments like acupuncture or chiropractic care, and sometimes helps people hold those other treatments longer. Because often with those modalities, you have to kind of go back pretty frequently. And I generally see folks for craniosacral work every 2 to 4 to 6 weeks, depending on what symptoms are tracking, because it's like a gentle invitation, and then the body kind of sinks into it and integrates that release, and then you kind of give another nudge.
So this, for a lot of people, this is totally new